Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe I'm even having to make this video. I wish this was a joke, but it's not. Activision, in their infinite money-grabbing, brain-dead corporate wisdom, managed to turn down one of the greatest directors of all time, Steven freaking Spielberg. That's right, Spielberg, the man that gave us Saving Private Ryan, Schindler's List, Jaws, Jurassic Park. The man who literally defined what a war movie even looks like in modern cinema. And he wanted to make a Call of Duty movie. He pitched it. He came forward with an actual vision. And what did Activision do? They panicked. They got spooked because Spielberg wanted actual control of the project. So instead of letting the most legendary filmmaker alive bring their video game franchise to life, what did they do? They ran off and signed a deal with Paramount. Paramount! What a joke. Paramount that destroyed the Halo series. I mean, they did a horrible job with that legendary video game. I mean, I will never forgive them for that. But let's just break this down because Spielberg is no stranger to World War II. The man basically redefined the genre with Saving Private Ryan. You think of Normandy, you think of Spielberg. You think of authentic, gritty, emotional war storytelling, you think of Spielberg. The guy has more experience in war narratives than Call of Duty's entire writing staff combined. And here's the kicker, Spielberg didn't want to churn out some generic Hollywood cash grab, he wanted full creative control. He wanted to make a real film, something with weight, something with authenticity, something that could have elevated Call of Duty beyond being just a video game adaptation. Can you imagine a Call of Duty movie shot with the same intensity as Saving Private Ryan's opening? The shaky cams, the grit, the emotional stakes. I mean, that's a billion-dollar cultural phenomenon waiting to happen. But no, Activision couldn't handle that because Activision doesn't actually care about art or vision or storytelling. They care about control. They care about making sure every single decision funnels back to pleasing their shareholders. Spielberg said, hey, let me do this my way. And Activision said, uh-oh, we can't risk our precious brand being in the hands of someone who actually knows what they're doing. I mean, think about how insane that is. A guy who's literally won Academy Awards for war movies wanted to put his name on Call of Duty. That's free prestige. That's free credibility. I mean, that's the one director who could have made Call of Duty into something respected in Hollywood. And Activision slammed the door in his face because they didn't want to lose control of their brand. It's pathetic. Absolutely ridiculously pathetic. And what did Activision do instead? They went crawling to Paramount. I mean, the same studio that can't even figure out what to do with Transformers. The same studio that turned, again, like I mentioned before, Halo into an absolute disaster on Paramount Plus. The same studio that has fumbled more IPs than I can count. So instead of Spielberg's gritty, emotionally driven war epic, what do we get? Probably some soulless, watered down action flick with explosions, one-liners, and no heart. Because Activision isn't thinking, how do we make this movie good? Instead, they're thinking, how do we keep full control so we can milk this franchise for sequels and spin-offs, probably. I mean, I'm guessing. And that right there is everything wrong with this industry. They're so obsessed with control and money that they're willing to throw away actual art. Now let me paint you a picture. Imagine a Call of Duty movie directed by Spielberg. Opening scene with a squad landing down in the beaches of Normandy with the gritty, raw, emotional, filled with that same realism that made Saving Private Ryan absolutely legendary. You got characters that actually feel human. Not one-dimensional action heroes, but soldiers where you got fear, flaws, and emotions. Imagine the tension of Band of Brothers, but with the cinematic weight of Jurassic Park set pieces. I mean, imagine that same name recognition. People who don't even play video games would show up just because Spielberg was attached. I mean, the movie could have been a cultural event even. It could have been a blockbuster. It could have been a war epic for a new generation, while also legitimizing the video game adaptations forever. I mean, that is something that just boggles my mind. But nope, Activision just threw it away. They looked at Spielberg in the eye and literally said, nah, we're gonna keep things safe. Safe with Paramount. I mean, you couldn't script a dumber decision if you tried. Now, considering Activision, is this even surprising? I mean, that's Activision in a nutshell. The same company that milks COD every single year until players are sick of it. I mean, I guess it shouldn't be a surprise, right? It's the same company that prioritizes microtransactions over actual fun. The same company that shuts down mods, fan projects, and anything that could make the community thrive. They don't trust creators, they don't trust visionaries, they don't want people like Spielberg shaping their brand because that means they're not in control. And God forbid they ever let someone who actually cares about storytelling actually have the wheel, because Activision doesn't care about storytelling. They care about annual sales charts. Now here's the sad truth. We will never see now, unfortunately, that Spielberg COD movie. That dream is dead because Activision killed it. They'd rather play it safe with soulless Paramount deals that let one of the greatest filmmakers of all time bring their franchise to life. And that, my friends, is why Hollywood adaptations of video games almost always suck. Because when you get someone who actually cares, who actually has vision, who actually knows what they're doing, you think the company would be smart enough to say yes. But no, not Activision. They're terrified of giving up their control. Terrified of letting someone else make their brand look better than they ever could. So now we're left wondering what could have been. A Spielberg Call of Duty movie, I mean, that honestly could have been a masterpiece, but instead we're probably getting another forgettable action flick that nobody cares about. And when it bombs, guess what? Activision will literally sit there scratching their heads wondering why video game movies never work and why this movie wasn't a blockbuster. I mean, it's absolutely infuriating, it's embarrassing, and it's the most Activision thing ever. I mean, wow. Think about that. Steven Spielberg wanted to make a Call of Duty movie and Activision literally said no. Just let that sink in. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about all this. I mean, it just boggles my mind. I just can't wrap my head around it, why they would do something as stupid as this. But then again, maybe I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, I don't think any of us should be surprised that Activision really fumbled the bag here. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about all this craziness down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell to be notified every single time I upload a video. Now with that being said, this is GCP signing off.